Hello and welcome to the Karpfucius Says Podcast, the show where we talk about anything and everything related to living a more purposeful and empowered life. I am your host, Michael Karp, aka Karpfucius. Alright, hello and welcome to episode number 14 of the Karpfucius Says Podcast. In this episode, we are going to be talking about how to develop unshakable faith. This is the type of faith that can carry you through any obstacle, anything that comes your way in the pursuit of your goals, in the pursuit of your dreams, in the pursuit of fulfilling any of your desires in life so that you can move through these things in an empowered way and have the faith necessary to persist and give yourself enough time to accomplish what you want to accomplish in your life. Faith is absolutely one of the principles of success, and this episode will help you to take advantage of this principle in your life and utilize it to your benefit. So let's dive in. But first, are you feeling lost or stuck right now? Are you feeling like your life doesn't have the purpose or direction you really want it to have? Then I highly recommend checking out my new book, The Purpose Discovery System. This book will walk you through everything you need to find your life purpose, define it with clarity, and make a plan to follow it, even if you're totally lost right now and have no clue what to do with your life. If you're interested, you can check out the book by clicking the link in the show notes or in the podcast description. Your purpose awaits. Okay, we're going to start this episode with a little test. The first thing I want you to do is think about one of your goals. Think about one of your goals, think about one of your dreams, think about one of the desires that you want to fulfill. If you are sitting somewhere or if you are lying down somewhere, then it can be even more effective to close your eyes. But obviously, if you're driving or walking, keep your eyes open. Next, keep this goal in your mind. And as you are imagining this thing that you want to accomplish, pay attention to the way you are feeling. How do you feel when you are thinking about this goal? Pay attention to your heart area. Pay attention to your stomach area. Pay attention even to your throat area. How does it feel? Does it feel good? Do you feel a sense of excitement? Do you feel a sense of even peace? Or does it feel a bit uncomfortable? Is there a bit of discomfort there in your body as you are thinking about this goal? Don't judge it. There's nothing wrong or right. This is just a little test. Okay, good. So, what this test does is it shows you how you are feeling about your goal. It shows you how you are feeling about your dream or whatever it is that you want. And it can be an indicator of the amount of faith you have in that goal or in that dream. So first, let's talk about what is faith. Well, I first really learned about what faith was when I read Think and Grow Rich. And there's a whole chapter on faith because it's one of the principles of success. But I didn't understand it until I read the book the second time through. And there was a sentence that really stood out to me. And it basically said, faith is one of the most powerful positive feelings we can feel, we can experience. And that's when it hit me. Faith is a good feeling. Faith is a good feeling towards what you want. It is belief in the unseen. It is belief in your abilities to accomplish something. It is a belief in your goal or your dream. Often it's a belief in something bigger than yourself, right? Like the universe or God or whatever. If you believe in a higher power or not, that might be supporting you in your goal or your dream or what you want to accomplish. But at the end of the day, it's a very, very powerful, positive feeling. So I was like, wow, okay, how have I been feeling about my goals and my dreams? Have I been feeling really good about them or not? And I realized that over the years, even though I had been working on achieving this dream of traveling around the world, running an online business, things had been so up and down for years. I think it had been like 5 or 6 years at this point. And I realized, even though I was so inspired and so motivated, when it really came down to the actual goal that I was trying to achieve, in the long term, I felt good about it. But in the medium and short term, I had fears, worries, and doubts. I had lack of faith. I wasn't feeling that good about it. I wasn't feeling like that confident in myself and what I wanted to accomplish in the short term and even in the medium term. In the long term, yes, I had super massive faith that I would accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. That's one of the reasons why I was able to persist through so much stuff for so many years. But I needed short-term and medium-term faith as well. I needed to have faith right now, right? For what was happening today in my business and in what I wanted to accomplish in my life. So faith feels good. And if you are thinking about your goals, your dreams, or if you are thinking about yourself and your ability to accomplish them, and you aren't feeling that good, then that's an indicator that maybe you need to develop more faith in yourself and in what you want to accomplish. And the idea here is it's about vibrational alignment with the thing that you want. Because if I want to achieve a certain goal, but I'm not feeling very good about it, and I don't have a lot of faith in it, and my energy is not so in alignment with that thing, it's going to be much more difficult for me to actually accomplish it, right? Our thoughts plus our feelings plus our actions equal our results. Faith is a combination of thoughts and feelings, right? And so if we have a lack of faith, then that's a misalignment with the goal or the result that we want. If we have a lot of faith and we're feeling really good about it, then that is in alignment with the goal or the dream or the result, right? Whatever you want. So faith is one of the most powerful forces that we can utilize to put ourselves in alignment with whatever we want in our lives. And at the end of the day, it's just feeling good. It's feeling good about what you want. It's feeling good about yourself. It's having a positive and empowering self-image where you have a lot of faith in yourself right now, right? Not like me where you had a lot of faith in the long term, but not as much in the short term. It's about having short-term faith, medium-term faith, long-term faith, right? Unshakable, unwavering faith, no matter what is happening. No matter what is actually happening in regards to your goals and your dreams. So that is faith, and that is unshakable faith. It is the type of faith that you can maintain over the long term, no matter what obstacles come your way, no matter how difficult the journey may become, right? No matter how easy it is, right? You have a very centered, strong belief in yourself, in what you're doing, in any sort of support you may have. You have faith in the people you are working with. You have faith in the goal, the dream, whatever you want to accomplish, no matter how long it takes for you to accomplish it. So, that is faith. Faith feels good. Next, I developed my faith over many years, at least for me, it's been many years because I started my business right out of college. I was 22 years old. Literally, I started it the day after my 22nd birthday in 2014. And I was the only person I knew who went straight into business right out of college and didn't go and get a job and things like that. And I was sort of a front runner, I guess, like being the only person that I knew who was going into business out of college. I was kind of a guinea pig, right? There wasn't much precedence in my life. There have been entrepreneurs in my family, but I grew up in the US and my family lives like all over the world. Like I'm not super, super close to them. And my friends, like most of them are not entrepreneurs. Almost all of them that I had at the time were not entrepreneurs. I only met other entrepreneurs like 4 years into my business. So I really needed to have a lot of faith in myself. I really needed to believe that I could do this because there weren't other role models for me to just say, okay, let me just follow this person. It's more like I was going for it because this is what I wanted, right? This is what I wanted more than anything in the world at the time, was to build this business and travel and live this type of lifestyle. And so, like I said, I believed in myself in the long term, but I didn't have medium term or short term faith, at least not that strongly. And I developed it through a process of stepping out of my comfort zone. Small steps out of my comfort zone again and again and again and again and again to expand it further and further and further and further. For example, right, in the beginning I was working with clients. I was working with marketing clients and I needed to reach out to these people, cold outreach. I needed to get on phone calls with them and I needed to close them, right, so that I could work with them. And for me, this was a little bit scary. Like I'd never done this before. And there was a part of me that yes, I believed that I could do it, but I was also very nervous, anxious, and I wasn't fully in my faith, like fully in my belief in my abilities to do this. But I did it anyway. Like I took the action. I stepped out of that comfort zone. Right? Again and again and again and again. And as I did that, I started to build more faith in myself. I started believing myself more in what I could do. I started to get a little bit of results here, a little bit of results here, and then the results got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And my faith got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. However, I experienced some massive setbacks multiple times in my business. And because my faith wasn't as strong back then as it is now, those setbacks really impacted me emotionally. Like my business crashed. My business crashed multiple times. It was totally, it was my doing, right? And sometimes they were very emotionally difficult for me. And sometimes they hurt my self-image. Sometimes I allowed myself to feel worse about myself and to have less faith in my abilities. But because I had such a strong desire for what I wanted, I picked myself back up every single time and I kept going, right? I never stopped. And I always believed eventually I would get there. Right? In the beginning, I thought I was going to achieve the lifestyle I wanted in 4 months. It took me 4 years, right? Because there were a lot of things I needed to learn, and there were many parts of my own inner world, my own energy that needed to come into alignment with what I wanted. And part of that was my faith. But I continued to pick myself up. I continued to persist because this is what I wanted, and I was not going to give up. Right? And I had faith in myself in the long term. And I still needed to learn how to build short-term and medium-term faith. But I was willing to learn and develop and do whatever it took for me to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And so I kept going. And I kept going without a lot of awareness on what faith was, right? I understood confidence, but I didn't fully understand this concept of faith and like how powerful it can be until I went to Southeast Asia in 2018, 2019, and my friend told me about a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I read this book once, all the way through, and I didn't get it. Like, a lot of it went way over my head, and I didn't really understand what he was saying. Until I got back to the United States about 10 months later, and I reread the book for a second time. And then things started to click, especially this chapter on faith. It made such a strong impact on me. And he said what I told you before. Basically, faith feels good. Faith is one of the most powerful, positive emotions we can feel as human beings. And I was like, I did a full audit of how good I had really felt about my goals and my dreams and how over the years and how good I was feeling now. And I realized I just hadn't been feeling that good and I needed to feel better. I needed to feel better about my goals and dreams right now, right? Not just in the long term, but in the short term, like today, like in this moment, I needed to get myself to feel better about what I wanted because I knew how massively important it was for me to align my energy with it. And I did that. I started to do exactly what I did with you in the beginning of this episode. I started to imagine my goals and dreams and pay attention to how I was feeling about them. Was I feeling good about them? Or was there discomfort? Was that discomfort an indication of lack of faith? If so, I transmuted that and I switched it and I changed that feeling to one of faith. I started to tell myself, I believe in myself. I have faith in myself. I can do this. I can accomplish this. I believe the universe is supporting me. I have so much support, right? The universe has my back, right? I believe in my goals and dreams in the long term. I believe in them in the medium term. I believe them in the short term. I believe in myself right now that I can accomplish what I want to accomplish. And I started to reprogram that. I started to reprogram my subconscious beliefs in who I was and what I can do. I started to change my self-image to one that was, as Maxwell Maltz says in Psycho-Cybernetics, one that is more realistic, one that is more success-oriented, right? Because the truth is that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. So when you are seeing yourself in a lesser light, where you don't believe you can accomplish what you want to accomplish, Maxwell Maltz says it is incorrect. Like, that is an incorrect self-image of you because you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. So when you believe it and when you see yourself as someone who can do what you want to do, now you have a true self-image. Now you have a realistic, grounded self-image that can be massive for helping you to progress and move forward and continue to get the results you want to get in your life. So that's how I developed my unshakable faith. Years of trial and error and persistence towards what I wanted, and continually taking steps outside of my comfort zone and working to feel better and better and better and better about myself, about the support I have from the universe and from the people in my life, and about my goals and my dreams and what I want to accomplish. Okay, so for you, how do you develop unshakable faith over time? How do you get to this place where no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you believe in yourself and you believe in what you want and you have such a powerful faith in what you can do and what you want to do. Well, it starts by feeling better, right? And paying attention to how you're really feeling. Faith feels good. Faith is one of the most powerful positive emotions we can feel. So if you are thinking about your goals and dreams and you're not feeling that good, then you know you're not in that place just yet. And you got to switch those feelings to ones that feel better. Faith, confidence, belief in yourself, belief in what you can do, belief in your goals and dreams. That's the key, right? Belief in the unseen. Before you accomplish a goal or a dream, it is unseen in the physical plane of your life, but you can see it in your mind and you can feel it in your heart. There's a reason why you want this. It's important to you. It matters to you. It's purposeful to you. It's really, really important for your life, right? Like otherwise you wouldn't want it. And otherwise you wouldn't be working towards it, right? So tap into that. Tap into that feeling, tap into that desire, and then couple it with a belief in what you are seeing in your mind and feeling in your heart. And when you look in the mirror, believe in that person that you are seeing. When you look in the mirror, look at yourself in the eye and say, I believe in you. I believe in you. I have faith in you. We can do this. Say it every morning. Say it every night. And start to feel better and better and better and better and better about your goals and dreams. Feel as good as you can. Because this energy will put you in alignment with all the things that you desire in your life. All of your goals, all of your dreams, everything. And if you encounter obstacles, if things get difficult, if things crash and crumble, like they did for me a number of times, don't lose faith. Never, never, ever give up. Your goals and your dreams are important. Not just for you, but for other people. Pick yourself back up. Reignite your faith in yourself. And keep going. Keep going. Until you accomplish what you want. Alright. So, to summarize, we did the faith visualization test where you imagine something you want, imagine your goal, imagine your dream, and pay attention to how you feel in your body. Because this will be an indicator of how much faith you have in what you want to accomplish. If you aren't feeling as good about it, work on feeling better about it. Work on feeling better about yourself. Work on your self-image. Work on short-term faith as well, not just faith in the long term. Believe in yourself now. Believe in your abilities and what you want to accomplish, and believe that you can accomplish it relatively quickly, right? Don't just believe that you can do it in 10 years. Like, believe you can do it relatively quickly and feel good about that and allow that to excite you. You know, like that energy will propel you forward. And I'll leave you with a recommendation. I highly recommend reading 2 books, Think and Grow Rich and Psycho-Cybernetics. Think and Grow Rich lays out all of the principles of success, and it will literally recondition your mind to persist, to have faith, to have a burning desire for what you want, and tap into the other principles of success that Napoleon Hill spent 25 years researching over 25,000 people to learn these. And it has been a massive gift to humanity, right? So I highly recommend picking up a copy of that book and reading it at least 3 times to really understand it and really grasp what he's trying to say. And the next one is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. This book is all about self-image. Maxwell Maltz was kind of a hybrid plastic surgeon and psychiatrist. And this guy has mastered the concept of self-image and helping you to develop a self-image that is in alignment with what you want, right? And the self-image is huge. When you see yourself as someone who is able to accomplish what you want, you will. Like there's some unseen force that says the way you see yourself determines how your life turns out. And if you see yourself as a successful person, as a person who is capable with talents and abilities, who can overcome anything and accomplish anything, like you're gonna do it. You will do it. It's almost like an automatic response. So I highly recommend checking out those books, and thank you so much for listening to this episode on how to develop unshakable faith in yourself, in your goals, in your dreams, and in the massive amount of support you have from the universe, including the support you have from me. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Keep going. And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace. All right, thank you so much for listening to this episode. And if you are interested in learning how to figure out exactly what you want in your life, make a plan to follow it, and go for it, then I highly recommend checking out my new book, The Purpose Discovery System. This book walks you through a 5-step process to find your life purpose, define it with clarity, and make a plan to follow it, even if you are totally lost right now and have no clue what to do with your life. This book is available for only $7. It's super cheap, and it comes with 5 free bonuses to help you along your journey. If you're interested in checking out the book, go ahead and click the link in the show notes or in the podcast description. Your purpose awaits.